To the masjid go? If you say good afternoon, good evening, good morning, they only say portion of the day, a slice of the day. If you say salam, it is for the rest of the life. Right? Ajkal, most of the Christians, they have adopted this saying salam. Okay, now a topic that you have been learning from class 7. Right? Class 7. Article writing. In a very simple, very short method I'll use, and there is a rule for learning grammar. That is, number 1, you cannot translate it into another language. Verb must be pronounced as a verb in the same language. We cannot translate grammar. Number 2, it needs a lot of practice. Third, there are exceptions. Right? If by chance it happens in your life that you will read novels or journals or novels, or if you will be very much exposed to the literature, you will read dramas, you will see how a dramatist, a novelist, right, or a journalist, for the sake of matter, they use the language as per their own taste. But to reach to that level, you need to understand the basic rules. I told you, when you are a very expert in knowing the language, rules are for the fools then. But before we reach to that level, we have to obey the rules. Right? How many articles are there? 3. Great. How many? 4. Great. Dekha? That's called a 0 article, right? But that is called omission of articles. We have to rely on 3 basic, actually 2. 1, indefinite article and a definite article. Indefinite article, once a boy was asked to translate Aam Admi. He says a mango man. If this is a translation, then we should not do it, right? Okay. I'll just give one, my life best example, and the worst as well. I was translating Wahab Khar. I have translated Wahab Khar into English. I have translated Soshkral into English. I have translated Nyam Sob into English. I have translated Rahman Sob into English. There was a word, jigar. Jigger. So I thought, if I write liver, people will laugh at me. This is simple. So now I'm telling you something else. You need to be very creative when you are writing English. Very creative. Any language, Urdu, English, Hindi, Persian, any language, you need to be, first criteria is to be creative, because everything cannot be cramped. So I wrote a word called I asked my professor, sir, please look at this. He says, wherever I have used the heart, I will use this inner heart. So this was acceptable. So every time you need to think, please break the convention. I am allowing you to break the convention. Please don't follow the conventions. For example, when there will be no water, हम tayammum भी कर सकते हैं ना? Permission है ना? Permission है ना? So therefore, nobody on earth can stop you in while imagining, while creating. For example, we were just talking about when we were students, we were taught cow is a useful animal. We always started with the same sentence, is a useful animal. I asked my teacher, sir, why on earth you use this sentence? Because I have been learned from the same. So when I taught my son how to write an essay on cow, I start, cow gives milk. So who has killed me? Who has killed me? Nobody. Break the convention. Your style must be yours. Your craft should be yours. Your imagination should be yours. Right? If you allow yourself to grow, that is growth. And then using the laws, using the rules, you will be better skills, and you will develop better skills. Otherwise, you have to learn so much that is not possible on earth. Therefore, you need to be very creative. So now see how creative we will be. There are so many rules about the articles. I think the only module in the grammar where there are so many rules and so many exceptions. But we will read 7 only. How many? 7. And inshallah we will pick up everything in them. Then we have to do a drill. I have got a lot of papers with me today. Now, first of all, language is divided into consonants and vowels. Consonants and vowels. What are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. Rest are consonants. Clear? Clear? ये clear है ना? Rule number 1 says, before every consonant, use a article. For example, a car, a bag, a ring. C is consonant, B is consonant, R is consonant, so we are using a. What is this? A. What is this? And what is this? Da. No, not D. D is something else. D is something else. Then we reach there. I'll show the difference between when to say the, when to say they. Here we are saying the. How to pronounce the? TH. Would you like to learn?
Yes.
Please keep your tongue between 2 teeth sets. करो ना पहले. अब बोलना नहीं है ना आपको. You just do it. Just do it. Then throw the sound. Okay. Rule number 1. Before every consonant, use a. Before every consonant, use a. This is clear. ठीक है ना? इसमें सीखने की कोई बात नहीं है. Rule number 2 भी पता है. Before every vowel, use an. अब मैं यहाँ पे आपसे थोड़ा सा हम ड्रिफ्ट करेंगे एग्जाम के लिए. Now, be honest. Do you think that English language is based on vocabulary or sounds? Sounds. Today we'll get more to know about sounds, because we have to supply articles depending upon the sound of the word. Sound of the, for example, any word starting with A, E, I, O, U, replace A with an. For example, अभी इसका मौसम आ रहा है, right? Umbrella. Okay. This is अभी अभी बहुत आप बहुत तेज खाते हो ना. Let me. We'll go step by step. इंडियन से यूरोपियन हो गए एकदम से आप. Okay, let us rewind. Before consonants, A. Before vowels, A. Now, there are certain words which start with consonants or vowels, but they sound as consonant. For example, आपका. Now see, get up, pronounce this word. No, this. He's very much interested in Europe. This word. So you are saying this sound. You sound. The sound is consonant. The sound is, therefore. So, although they start with vowel, but the sound is consonant. So, we take consonant into consideration. So, a uniform, we say always, send your kids in a complete school uniform. In a complete school uniform. Because we are not using the word, we are using sounds. Clear? Similarly, there are words, they look like consonants, but they voice as vowels. For example, please read slowly. M. Say again. M. Which sound? A sound. A sound. A sound. Therefore, and F, not F, A sound, A sound. So therefore, and. Clear? Two things are clear. One, if the word looks like it started with vowel, but pronounced sound is consonant, use sound. So we use A. In again, here it is consonant but sounds as vowel, so we use and. Clear? Sure? Next, mute H. Mute H, wherein the word starts with H but H is not, H is silent. Okay, we are all. We take this into consideration. Humble, honorable. Right? So, three options. Please, three options. One, the word looks like starting with vowel sounds but sounds as consonant. Use the sound. Similarly, we have words that are consonant but they voice as vowels. Use and. Therefore, we have words wherein H is silent, called a mute H. The next immediate word is sound is vowel, so an. Clear? Sure? आगे चले, इसको रब करें. हाँ हाँ मुझे बोलिए. अरे बोले. अब मैं एक गलत सेंटेंस बोलूँगा, उसको ठीक आप करेंगे. आपका नाम क्या है? शादिल. In a class, I was in the class, I recalled the name. I said, either it is Shadil or Shajil, I don't know. If I say a boy, I know a Shadil. I know a Shadil. I know Shadil. Which one is correct? Give me the reason. This one is correct. I know Shadil. No a. Haji. Which one? What is wrong in it? Listen carefully. If I don't know Shadil, I'll say a Shadil. If Shadil is known to me, drop a. Write down. Drop a before a name if the person is known to you. But use a plus name. But use a plus name if he is unknown to you. I know a Shadil. A boy whose name is Shadil. I don't know him. Therefore, a Shadil. Use a plus name. अगर देखो, अगर बंदा आपको उसकी इल्मियत है, ड्रॉप ए. अगर नहीं है तो ए. ठीक है बेटा? क्लियर? आगे चले. नींद आ रही है आपको? नींद आ रही है? Not feeling well, of course. Okay, one more confusion. What is this? What is this? This is a marker. फिर से गलती कर. सीखते रहें. What is this? Great. If you talk about a thing for the first time, if you talk about a thing for the first time, use a. Write down. If you talk about an object for the first time, use a. But when you are using it second time, use example देखिए. I need a book. Which book? पता नहीं. हाँ, कौन सी बुक? रूल्स बुक. वी आर सेकेंड टाइम रेफरिंग टू दिस बुक, देयरफॉर सेकेंड टाइम में क्या आएगा? द क्या आएगा? ओके, ठीक है ना. हाँ, अगर आप फर्स्ट टाइम किसी ऑब्जेक्ट के बारे में बोल रहे हैं ना, यूज ए, अगर उसी ऑब्जेक्ट के बारे में दोबारा बोलेंगे तो वो एक पर्टिकुलर बुक बनता है, क्योंकि उसकी ऑलरेडी रेफरेंस मिली है. जब भी आप दूसरी बार किसी ऑब्जेक्ट के बारे में बोलेंगे वो क्या बनेगा? स्पेशल, स्पेसिफिक. तो क्या लगेगा? द. ठीक है. आई हैव अ वॉच. आई हैव अ वॉच. द वॉच दैट यू गिफ्टेड मी. द वॉच दैट यू गिफ्ट. द वॉच वो क्या बन गया? पर्टिकुलर. क्लियर? ठीक है. अच्छा, come back to this. So we have consonants, vowels, vowel sounds but consonants, consonant sounds but vowels, mute h, first reference, second reference, and then एक और भी बोला. Okay, ठीक. Now, if you talk of can you pronounce this word? Category. Say again. Category. Or kind is okay, unless and until it is C. Okay, 1 second. Pronounce this word. One. Yeah, you pronounce it. Have a bit louder. Okay. Whenever you feel there are two C's, first C is for granted taken as K. First C is to be taken as K. So it is accommodation, not accommodation. फिर क्या होना चाहिए? Accommodation. So when there is a combination of two consonants, especially C, first one is taken as K. Acknowledgement. ठीक, account. First C is K. हाँ जी बेटा. Accurate, accuracy, acceleration. Great. अच्छा, इस क्यू पे मुझे I put a question in the class that there is no spelling existing in entire encyclopedia a word that starts with Q and is not followed by U. You will see no word in entire encyclopedia which starts with Q and is not immediately followed by U. I asked this question in the class. I say, I'll give 500 rupee note to one who will give me the word. See, wait a minute. A boy from the corner said, sir, I have a one word that starts with Q. Q, that is not you. क्या बोलना? मैंने बोला क्या बोला? कमरवारी. Because गलत है. जो Q है ना sound Q, जो Q sound है ना, it is this sound. It is this sound. Who's Ishfaq here? इश्तियाक. कोई इश्तियाक? कोई इश्तियाक है यहाँ पे? What is this? Totally wrong. It should be not Q. Not Q. Because cough sound जो है ना, that is Quran. Right? Okay, now come back. Now we have two difficulties. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वेयर टू यूज ए, वेयर टू यूज द, एंड का तो पता है. एंड के 3 ही ऑप्शंस है. एक तो वॉवल होगा, म्यूट एच होगा, या कॉन्सोनेंट वर्ड्स विद वॉवल साउंड्स. क्लियर? अच्छा. सेकेंड, यहाँ पे बहुत सारे जो बहुत बड़े राइटर्स भी होते हैं ना, उनको भी इसमें प्रॉब्लम होती है. यू नो व्हाई? राइटिंग इज अ फ्लो, इट कम्स इन द एडिटिंग नाउ. अब देखिए, एस शोज 1. I need a copy. Here is countable noun. Countable. There are certain nouns which are uncountable. For example, how can you deal with them? How you can make them singular? What is water? Plural. What is sugar? अनकाउंटेबल नाउन. अनकाउंटेबल, अनकाउंट, इनको काउंटेबल कैसे करेंगे? एक फॉर्मूला है, आप याद रख लीजिए. ए प्लस नाउन ऑफ प्लस गिवन नाउन. ए कप ऑफ वाटर. एक्चुअली वाटर क्या है? अनकाउंटेबल नाउन. हमने क्या किया, इसको क्या यूज किया? फॉर्मूला ए प्लस नाउन प्लस ऑफ प्लस नाउन. So all uncountable nouns can be changed into countable nouns using this formula. Now for the sugar, okay, give me a ball of sugar, lump of sugar, handful of sugar, a spoon of sugar. What about smoke? A column of smoke, a column of smoke, a puff of smoke. ठीक है ना? जो वो करते हैं ना, they know it. The puff of smoke. ठीक है. अच्छा, इसी तरह, is it singular or plural? Plural. What is the singular of it? If I say, is it wrong? Not at all. See, here is uncountable. If I say I have 3 white hairs, 3 white hair, then I have to add number first. I have to add number first. What is sheep? Plural. All the way plural. Fish. Plural. What is fishes? Plural. No. No. Now listen carefully. We can use sheeps and fishes as well. When you are talking of the fish, you are talking of one species. One species. When you talk of fishes, you are talking of many species. So whenever you are writing sheep, it should be of one category. Otherwise, sheeps. No, not 2 sheeps. Is a group of different animals. Species are different. ठीक है? Okay, now write down the exercise. Can you use verb as a noun? For example, there are conversions. आपके SSB में एक क्वेश्चन आया था, verb as noun. Verb as noun. Insert articles wherever necessary, converting verbs into noun. You write down the sentences. For a walk. For a walk. For a visit. For a visit. For a rest. For a rest. अब देखिए, फर्स्ट मैंने क्या बोला? Walk is usually, but here is used as. If you are using verb as noun, please add a. ये आया था एग्जाम में. It was kept मतलब blank डाला गया था. The rule is when you are using verbs as noun, use indefinite article.